Right. So in last video, we had seen the installation of Streamlit, right? Now it's time to use it practically. Okay, we'll just try to create a demo kind of application using Streamlit, and we'll see how it actually works, right? So for the purpose, we will use Python programming, obviously. Okay, and with the Python, for programming Python, we will use this IDE, which is called Visual Studio Code, right? So in case if you know about it, it's well and good. If you don't know, then it is just a simple coding environment which can be used for Python or many other programming language coding, right? So install it, you can go to Microsoft Store. Okay, and here you can just search for VS Code, right? And from there you can right away install into your system. It will not take much time. Okay, it's like you can just search your Microsoft Store. It will hardly take 1 or 2 minutes, okay, to get installed. Okay, here for example, if you're searching VS Code, okay, let me just type over here VS Code, right? Okay, so you can just install it. Okay, I have already installed it, right? Once I install, I have to do what, or you have to do what? You have to basically use a particular folder in which you can create your complete project. Okay, for example, I'm using over here a folder called over here in read drive ML deployment, right? So ML deployment, in the ML deployment folder, which is right now blank, I will create my file. So to do so, we can do what? We can just click for file, and then we can go to open folder, and in the open folder we can just go to the particular folder that we want to use for our code, right? ML deployment, right? Now here we can do what? We can just right click and click on new file, and we can create a new file, and that we can name as like, for example, Streamlit. Okay, stream, I guess the spelling I write over here on Streamlit, that doesn't matter, demo dot, since it's a Python file, we have to give an extension .py. Now we can start writing the code. So what we can do, the very first thing you have to do is what? Just like any other module, here also I have to type import Streamlit. Okay, Streamlit as st. Okay, now this is your first thing that we are importing, right? Now what we can do, let me just increase its size so that it can look better. Okay, thereafter we can do what? I'll just type it over here, the what actually element I want to add. Okay, like we're creating an UI, so on the UI it is going to be some text, it may be some kind of a title. Okay, so many things will be there, right? So here we have to just define what exactly I want to put on my UI. So let's say I want to put a title, so st.title. Okay, and here the title can be what? Let's say I want to put a title which can be Streamlit demo by full. Okay, I can just use over here, right? And then let's save this file. So once I save this file, I have to run it now. Okay, so to execute it, right, what we can do? Again, we can take help of our command prompt, right? So I'll go to we'll go to our command prompt. Okay, here already Streamlit is running, that we just executed previously, right? While installing, like we installed it and then we just executed it, if you remember, in the last video by triggering Streamlit hello. Now I'll create a new window over here, and I should close the previous one, right? And then after, what is my present working directory? Right now I am in C users Spock. Okay, that is a present working directory. I'll just try to go to into D drive, or I can do what? Wherever my file exists. Okay, let me close everything. Okay, the simple way is what? Let's say here my file is existing. I can go here, and in the address bar I'll type cmd. So as I type cmd in address bar, I will be in this particular directory, right? Now I can do what? I will just execute my file. To execute the file is Streamlit. Okay, Streamlit. Okay, the file name is what we had given over here, the file name. Okay, just check out your file name. Okay, what is your file name? Is Streamlit demo.py. All right, so is Streamlit _ demo.py. If everything is correct, it will start running into your system, right? And it will use your obviously localhost. So as it will use your localhost, you can see the output, whatever the title you had given over here. That means the basic first UI that we have already created over here. All right. So this is what showing Streamlit demo by people. Okay. Then this is what the title that I had given over here. Okay. Similar to it, we can use multiple. We can use over here multiple element on our UI. Okay. Let's try to do it. Right. So one by one, let's say title. Thereafter, I want header. So st.header. Okay, and we can give over whatever the header, like see I'm giving over here any header like header. Okay, for the app. Okay, that's it. I'll save it, and after saving it, I don't have to do anything. I just have to go over here and refresh it. I don't have to execute once again. I have to just refresh the already running app. Right. So once it is running, I can see the output over here. So this is called header. So header will be slightly smaller in font compared to your title. Right. Thereafter, I can use over here what subheader. So st dot subheader. Okay. So subheader will be slightly smaller than the header text size, whatever the header text size we have. So let me just give over here subheader for the app. Okay, let's save it now. Right, now let's see, let's re-execute this thing once again. Okay, so if you see over here Streamlit demo and then subheader, and then we have over here header and then subheader. Right, now let's see, next we have what, like text, st.text. So in the text, it's a normal text, right, that you want to put in your app. Right, so here, like, see, this is an example text. Okay, save it. Let's refresh this thing once again. Okay, so here we have a text over here. All right, text is smaller compared to subheaders. Right, next we can add what? Next we can add something like, there are some message. Okay, if I want to show the message, we can show a message like success message, error message, warning message, or information. So to do that, we have a function called success. Okay, success. Okay, so here I'll just give it a message, let's say success. Okay, so it's like, suppose there is a message you want to showcase, like something happened. Okay, now you're getting an error. It may be some spelling mistake that we are doing, right? So it is like we have a CCESS, right? This is a success spelling. If I'm correct, if I'm incorrect, then again it will raise an error. Okay, so this is so, like, for example, you are creating a kind of a credit card approval system, right? In that case, whether credit card is approved or not. So if it is approved, you can show the message in green color. If it is not approved, you can show the message in what? Red color. So to show anything in red color, we can do what? We can use error. Okay, st.error, right? So here error. Okay, save it. Let's check it once again. So we have over here what? Error thing. Okay, that is in red in color. Fair enough. The same way we have warning, we have info, right? So those things we will see now. Let's see, I have to show warning. So we can do what? I can just use over here st.warning. Okay, and this is my warning. Same thing, st.info. Okay, and here we will have info. Okay, so these things we can do it over here. Right, now let's see, check it out once again. Okay, here I will refresh it. So you can see warning and info, right? So according to these four functions, I am having four different use cases. One is success, green, and then the yellow, blue, and red, just to showcase the output in a particular situation, right? So now we will see what that we had seen: title, header, text, and then these messages, message box, you can see, right? Next, you have to understand how can we use checkbox, right? This thing, okay? So checkbox. Okay, so we can do what? st.checkbox. Okay, and here I can give some text, like let's say select, 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 and unselect. Okay, now let's see what happened. If I save this thing and if I run this thing, okay, here if I will re-execute it. Okay, so now we have a kind of a checkbox present over here. Everything is correct. Now it is showing some error over here. Okay, why it is showing error? Let's check it out. Okay, so I'll go back to my code. Right here, it should be what? A small c. Okay, checkbox spelling is what? correct, but the function is from small c. So this is basically what? Case sensitive. Okay, you need to take care. Right. So are you getting a checkbox? Yes. You can see you're getting a checkbox, right? That you can select or deselect. Right. Now with the checkbox, what you can do, you can use some conditional statement as well, like if condition. Okay. So very soon, like suppose someone click the checkbox, there should be activity triggered. Okay. So that's what we have to understand, like how can we use if condition with the checkbox, right? So let's see how can we do it. So see, we have to use if condition. So we can just use if the checkbox is selected, I have to show certain message over here. Okay, it can be anything. Let's say I have to just generate a text st dot text. Okay, what text I will generate? It can be like, for example, user. I just want to show over here user selected the checkbox. Okay, and if I on the else condition, we can just use over here what st dot text. Okay, you can just give over here user, okay, as not selected the checkbox. That's it, right? So save this thing, refresh this thing, right? So now if you will see over here, when I check it, okay, it is saying what? Not selected. If I check it, okay, you can see. So with the checkbox, we can associate activity whenever we want, right? So that can be done through this. Okay. Next we have what? Button. Before button, we should also see over a radio button. Okay, radio button, select box. So many things are there. So let's say radio button. Okay, after radio button, we can use over here. Let's write it. Okay, after radio button, we are also having a thing like select box. Okay, and then we will see what button. Okay, because by clicking on the button, a lot of activity, like suppose we have to log in, we have to click on the login button, right? So it's like a lot of activity basically we do by clicking on the button. That's why the knowledge of buttons should be there. Now with the radio button, how things actually works, right? So let's see to how radio button actually works. Okay, so choose your favorite color, right? So here we can just give the color option over here after comma. Okay, so after comma, you can just give the things like we have a red, green, or blue, whatever that we want to give, we can give. Okay, so it's like red. Okay, thereafter we have over here. Okay, this thing should be within the quotes. Here the quote should be over here. Otherwise, okay. This is your first parameter. The second parameter will be red, green. Okay, and the third we can just use, let's say, blue. Okay, you can use anything over here, right? So now if I save this thing, okay, and let's try to run it. Okay, so we had used what? We are saving the things into the state, right? Now we can just compare over here. Let's say if the value is stored in a state, we can just use a state. If a state is equals to, let's say I can use green. Okay, I can just show a message st.success. Okay, what is a success? Like say this is my favorite color too. Okay, so let's save it. Let's re-execute this thing. Okay, showing an error, right? So let's see why it is showing an error, because when we are comparing, it should be double equals, right? Again, save it. Okay, let's try to check it out once again. Okay, so if I select green, okay, if other thing I'm selecting, there will nothing happen, right? So this is how you know your radio button actually works, right? Next we have a select box. Okay, we will see the select box button and the user input as well in the next very video, right? So in this particular thing, we had seen what? We had seen how can we use title, header, subheader, text. So different, basically we are trying to know how different, you know, element of Streamlit actually works. Okay, so it's like title, header, subheader, text, how this thing works, success warning message, how it works, checkbox, how it works. Okay, and next we'll see how radio button works, how you know, select box and button, that we'll see in the next video, and then we'll also see how user input we can take. So these things, if we know, thereafter creating a proper full-fledged app we can do easily. Okay, so that thing we'll see in the next video. Okay, thanks for watching it. We'll meet soon in the next video. Thank you everyone. Take care. Have a great day.